चलिए दोस्तों शुरू करते हैं without wasting time. In this video we're going to talk about the ACI microsegmentation. Okay, as we know in the EPG, by default all the endpoint can communicate with each other. Okay, but if we have a requirement where we don't want to allow a communication between the endpoint which are part of single EPG, we can use the microsegmentation. Okay, how ACI can stop the communication within the EPG? We have in this option intra EPG isolation and this intra EPG contract where we can allow few ports. So endpoint in the one EPG can communicate on that allowed port only. And third option, we have a network and virtual machine based attribute. In the network, we can use the IP or MAC. On the basis of IP or MAC, they can allow the communication is required or not. Or in the on the base of virtual machine attribute, like we can go with the VM name, domain, their operating system, tag. Okay. So let's jump to the lab. Let's see how we can configure this feature in case of microsegmentation. So here we are in the epic. Let's create the first tenant, add tenant, and the name to this tenant is test tenant. Okay, let me submit. So here we have now test tenant available. In the test tenant, we will create the first application profile. Let me right click. I'm giving the simple name application profile AP. Okay, under that we need to create a EPG. Let's get the EPG1. EPG1. Okay, let's set the BD. I'm using a common BD as we not create any BD. Let's get the attach the domain also. Physical domain I have attached. Okay. Date, submit. So here we are under the this is AP under the this is the application EPG. This is here we have an EPG. Okay, if we click on the EPG here under the policy under the journal, here you can see that the screen. This intra EPG isolation is currently unenforced, so we have to do the enforced. Okay, these are the few limitation in the case of you are going with this option intra EPG isolation. Okay, intra EPG isolation not supported in the AVS VLAN and AV VLAN, and additionally it not supported microsegmentation also on the AVS and AV, and it's preserving EQS priority not supported. So QoS COS priority will not be supported. Okay, let's okay and submit. So this is how we can implement the intra EPG isolation feature. And if we go with the micro segmentation on the domain, I'm selecting a domain. Okay, we can create a add VMM domain. Okay, to configure the VMM base feature. So here I'm selecting this domain VM and resolution immediate. That's the other thing required. Let me do the submit. Okay, so now we have a domain. After that we can create this micro segment is EPG. Okay, let's create it. Micro segment EPG1. Okay, and here we have to select the bridge domain and selecting a default bridge domain. Then next, and here we are associating a domain. Okay, so I have set the VM domain which we created in the previous. Okay, and deployment mode is immediate. I'm doing okay. Update, then finish. Once we done that, here we have a now this micro segmentation one is created. Okay, under that, here we have this micro segment attribute. Okay, here we can configure all of the attribute, like we have an option for the network and VM based attribute. So from here we can select like IP and MAC. These are the network based attribute, and VM based attribute like the VM domain, VM name. Okay, these are the identifier. So let's select the VM name. Okay, after that I can select the operator like equal contain. I'm going to contain. Let me select. We can put the VM name, whatever the VM name we have. On that basis, we can apply. This is the configuration required in case you want to enable a micro segmentation. Okay, thank you.